What's going on, guys? I'm Mighty back at again with a weekly Rust Skins video. This is the first video I have made with gameplay over the top of it. Soon you will see on my new PC. So I actually don't think I've even launched Rust yet on my new PC into an actual server. I have been in the settings to adjust them, but I haven't actually even played Rust yet on my new PC. So it'll be the first time for you guys seeing it on my new PC, and also the first time for me seeing it on my new PC. So let's have a look at this new Rust store. We do still have the general shop that's going to be in every week these days. And these are the skins that are going to be staying around for quite a while permanently until Facepunch decide they want to get rid of them. Of course, all of these are non-tradable, non-marketable, so make sure you don't pick any of these up. I mentioned that for the Pattern Boomer last week. Nothing new there though, or the week before. Looking over at the limited stuff, this is the new stuff, and this is only going to be in for this week. We have a component supply container, so that's a continuation of the supply container set. Overall, I don't think it's been performing too well, and it's going for $3.45, so we'll quickly click into it, and I'll have a look at it while you guys look at it on screen. Overall, I don't think that the supply containers have really been performing very well. Overall, some of the supply containers have performed alright, and others not so much. So the only thing is, I'm just going to mention it right now, the ones that haven't performed very good are the ammo supply container going for $1.50 with 111 quantity, and the gun supply container going for $1.90 with 58 quantity. 58 isn't very high, but if that's considered oversaturation, then the supply container isn't going to be an amazing investment. The next ones are $4.21, $4.26, $4.40, $7.53. The $7.53 one only has 5 quantity on the community market, and that is the supply container, which I'm pretty sure was the first supply container of the set. So overall, the component supply container going for $3.45. I would recommend getting this one with a buy order off of the community market instead, just because more people have money at the moment because of their Christmas Steam money and stuff like that. So more people have money, more people are most likely going to be buying off the Rust store as long as they know about it. And so there will be more of all of these items currently on the Rust store going to the community market. I'd recommend getting this one with a buy order on the community market. Try and get it for a little bit cheaper than the $3.45, because overall I don't think that you're really going to be making profit off of it if it is starting at $3.45, which it is. So overall, not going to recommend investing in the component supply container off the Rust store or the community market for this week. Alrighty, moving over to the clothing. I don't really know why I've done it in this way, but I just clearly wasn't paying attention. We're looking at the tempered boots going for $2.05. This is what we usually start with, but today we are not doing that apparently. New year, new me. So tempered boots, these are going for $2.05. They're a continuation of a popular set called the Tempered Set, and overall I do think this is going to be a safe investment. I will recommend investing in them. I do think they're going to be pretty easy to pair up with everything just because they are black with that little bit of purple / tempered pattern design on them. Overall, I do think that these are quite sleek and pretty good to match with most other skins. So that does increase their demand, and obviously the demand for this tempered set is quite high already. So for $2.05, I do see potential in these tempered boots, and I will recommend investing in them off of the Rust store for this week. Alrighty, moving over to the weapons, we've got the Glister Thompson going for $2.75. And I'm just going to quickly say it right now. The cheapest Thompson on the community market is $2.65, and then the next cheapest is $2.81. So already above the Glister Thompson. Of course, selling it for $2.81, you're not going to make a profit, but I'm just saying the Thompson skins clearly do have a pretty decent potential of going up above the center store price, which this is currently at. Not to mention the Glister Thompson is also a continuation of the new Glister set, which we've currently had the Glister MP5 and the Glister LR. The LR has 47 quantity on the community market going for $3.29, and the Glister MP5 has 64 quantity on the community market is going for $5.29. So $5 and $3, not a bad little price tag. And then you compare it to the Glister Thompson, which is on the Rust store, and that's $2.75. I do think that the Tommy is going to get more use than the LR just because it is more of an achievable gun for most people in Rust compared to the LR being a little bit harder for some of the new players to get. Overall, I will recommend investing in the Glister Thompson off of the Rust store for this week because everything's looking good for it. Overall, I will recommend investing in it, and I do think it is a pretty cool looking skin. Alrighty, moving over to the Solar MP5. This is going for $2.75. This is a brand new skin, no current continuation of the set, but I would not be surprised if this did end up becoming a set. The Solar MP5, if this was the first item of the set, then obviously it would have more demand once a new item came out. It's going for $2.75, which is the standard store price of weapons and tools. And to top it all off, the cheapest MP5 skin on the community market is $4.48 with a quantity of 83, that being the Burnout MP5. Overall, the Solar MP5, in my opinion, is definitely going to be a safe investment. I am going to recommend investing in this one, $2.75. Even if it's not a good short-term profit, which I do actually think it probably will be, then it will be at least a good long-term investment, as all other MP5 skins have been. Of course, it's not the cheapest MP5 skin because you can get some free MP5 skins, at least you could. And I'm sure you will be able to get more in the future from the Twitch drops, but overall, I don't think that's going to affect the price of this Solar MP5 too much. And I do think that this is going to be a safe investment, so I will recommend investing in this skin for this week. Alright, moving over to the Rebar Knife, going for $2.75. This is the first bone knife skin we've had in a very long time. Some of you that are new to watching my channel, this might actually be the first bone knife skin that you've seen me cover, but it is not the first one that I've covered in the past 2 or 3 years I've been doing this. So $2.75 is expensive for a bone knife skin in my opinion, just because bone knife skins are very niche and not used for a very long time in Rust White. So overall, that is definitely not going to be a good start for it. I honestly do think that it would have been better if this one was a little bit cheaper on the Rust Item store, just because the demand for it isn't going to be very high. Although there aren't that many bone knives on the community market, so that definitely is a plus. We do only have 6 on the community market, and the cheapest one is $3.46. So this is already the cheapest bone knife on the community market. The cheapest one is the carrot knife with 103 quantity on the community market, going for $3.46. And this one, I'm assuming most people's opinion, probably will look better. It is more of a serious knife compared to the carrot knife being a carrot. This one looks more like a shank from some hectic drill piece or piece of metal railing or something. So $2.75, I honestly do think you could probably get it for a little bit cheaper with a buy order on the community market, but overall I will recommend investing in this one whether you get it off the Rust Item store or the community market, as I do think it's going to be a good long-term investment. Overall, I do think it's pretty likely that this is going to get oversaturated. As I said, bone knives don't have a very high demand, but I do think that you can make money off the Rebar knife, so I will recommend investing in it off of the Rust Item store for this week. Alrighty, and moving over to the gold ore stone hatchet and pickaxe, both going for $2.75 each. These are a pretty nice looking set, and most of the gold stuff in Rust does perform quite well. This isn't a continuation or anything like that, at least that I'm aware of. But as I just said, most gold things in Rust do perform quite well. So overall, off to a good start there. Although the cheapest stone hatchet is $1.95, but out of the 4 pages of stone hatchets, only 1 out of the 4 are below $2.75, and then the next 3 pages are above $2.75. So overall, stone hatchets aren't a terrible investment. They're actually pretty good. But I do think that the stone pickaxes are a better investment, just because less of them get bought off of the Rust Item store, which creates more demand. And only 2 stone pickaxes are actually below the current store price of this gold stone pickaxe. So overall, I do think that if you're going to invest in either, then get the pickaxe over the hatchet. But if you're going to invest in both, I do think it's going to be fine. I do think you're going to make money off of both of them. I just do think you'll also make more money from the pickaxe in comparison to the stone hatchet. So if I had to recommend investing in one or the other, I'd recommend getting the pickaxe over the hatchet. But as I just said, I do think both of them will be money makers and they will make you some easy coin. So overall, I will recommend investing in both. I would just recommend getting the pick over the hatchet if you wanted to only get one. Alrighty, that's it for the weapon and tools. And now we're going to move over to the doors. We have the Danger Zone garage door. Now this is going for $4.15, which is above center store price, but it is a glowing deployable. Most glowing deployables do start at around about $3.45 or more. And currently this one is clearly going for more, $4.15. This one is actually quite a cool looking garage door skin, and I do think it's going to get the attention of a decent amount of Rust players. It's got a cheeky skull on it with a soldier's helmet and 2 AKs on either side with, by the looks of it, chains and skulls going down the right side. So it is more on the military themed kind of side of Rust skins, and overall military themed Rust skins do perform quite well. Of course, glowing Rust skins also perform very well, especially deployables. So overall, we're looking good here, besides the fact that it's $4.15 straight up. I do think you're probably going to be able to get this one for a little bit cheaper with a buy order on the community market. So I definitely would try and do that. If not, the Rust skins are going to be pretty popular with a high demand at the moment on the community market. And so even if you did buy it off the Rust item store, I do think that it will be a decent medium-term investment. So overall, I will recommend investing in it, but I wouldn't make this one of your priority skins on the Rust item store for this week. I definitely would try and get it for a little bit cheaper on the community market if you can. Alrighty, moving over to the ice door. This is a wooden door skin, and it looks absolutely skits. If this ice door skin becomes a set, then these are definitely going to go up quite a lot in value, in my opinion. I don't think this one glows. I'm 99% sure it doesn't, which is a shame, but overall I do think that this is a very nice looking skin. The only problem with it, of course, is it is a wooden door, and wooden doors get replaced almost instantly in Rust straight to the sheet metal. So overall, I still will recommend investing in it. I do think it's highly likely this one's going to get oversaturated just because it looks so cool. But as long as this set continues, if this set continues, then I do definitely think that the ice door will make you money, and if the set becomes a set, then I do think the ice set will also make you money. So overall, I will recommend investing in the ice door off of the Rust item store for this week. And last but not least, we have everyone's favorite, the large fireworks pack, going for $3.75 with 6 different colors: red, green, orange, blue, violet, and champagne. And the small fireworks pack going for $6.85 with 3 different colors of volcano style fireworks and 4 colors of Roman candles. Overall, what do I think of these bad boys? Well, honestly, the fireworks get released basically every second day by Face Punch, so their value has dropped by a lot just because they keep getting re-released at this Rust item store's price instead of the community markets. It's really dragged the price down. So they used to be like $30, say, something like that, and now they're pretty much all slightly under the Rust item store. So I'm not going to recommend investing in either of the small fireworks packs or the large fireworks packs off of the Rust item store. In fact, you can get them for cheaper on the community market. So if you are looking for these fireworks packs, I'd recommend just getting them off of the community market as play skins. But overall, they release way too often for them to be considered a good investment anymore. So overall, I'm not going to recommend investing in the fireworks packs off of the Rust item store, but I will say the large fireworks packs are definitely a really cool play skin, and I love to use them. So not going to recommend investing in them, but if you have the money, I would recommend picking one up. Alrighty guys, I only just decided to watch some of these videos at the end, and so this is what I've sounded like the whole time. So about that. As I said, new PC, new setup, so gonna have to get some stuff tuned up, but I'll have to figure that stuff out later. This is what my cart's looking like for this week. I'm getting one of everything except for one certain item, which is indeed the component supply box. Not getting one of them. Getting one of everything else in the limited store. Getting 3 of the tempered boots. Not really investing this week. Oh, I'm getting 2 of the Solar MP5 as well, apparently. Going to cost me $29.55. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and remember, have a skits one.
Why? 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 Why?